businessmen that they hold themselves up to be and that they've got their order in line, Dak will get paid before Zeke. They're not going to bend just because Zeke's in Cabo having a cocktail right now. Dak is the guy that gets next. Just let's figure out the numbers.
We are on Zeke Watch here on NFL Network on Inside Training Camp Live that kicks off at 10 a.m. Eastern. Let's make this a bigger conversation about the NFC East because that division's quarterback who did get paid is, of course, Eagles quarterback Carson Wentz. And Roseman sitting back there and saying, we took care of business with our guy. You're up, Dallas. And he caught up with Sean O'Hara, Daniel Jeremiah. They were together on Inside Training Camp Live yesterday discussing what they've seen from this offense so far this season.
I'm excited. Like kind of what you said, it looks electric. We have all the right pieces in place to be really dynamic, to be special, but it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of days like this, long, hard, hot practices to get there. But again, the talent's there, the ability's there, and we got a lot of good dudes that are willing to work and get on the same page and play unselfish football. So again, everything's there for us. We just got to go make it happen.
Nate, they're loaded.
Yeah, no doubt.
The Eagles are loaded. Do you think the winner of the NFC East comes down to who has the better season between the two quarterbacks, Carson Wentz and Dak Prescott?
Most definitely. And then I'll add an asterisk of the running back position. Jordan Howard with the Eagles and, of course, Ezekiel Elliott. See what happens with him when it comes to the Cowboys. But for me, it comes down to Dak. Dak has the ability to turn this division upside down. And with the amount of wins that he's had since he's been in the league, the amount of comebacks in the fourth quarter, you take the playoff berth in his first season last year, getting his first playoff win. That right there proves to me that Dak isn't just one of the better quarterbacks in his division, but he's one of the best quarterbacks in this league. I feel like Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, Amari Cooper, that trio right there, all wanting to get paid, that's what makes this team dangerous. And I said this before on the show, and I'll say it again. There's nothing more dangerous than a motivated man who wants to get paid. That's what the NFL is about, going and get that big old bag of money. If these guys are constantly trying to chase that carrot, Jerry Jones and the organization, they can motivate these guys in a way that propels this team to a place that we've never seen before. But getting back to Dak Prescott, I have to say this because I listen to Dak Prescott talk all the time. And he's such a company dude. And I'm not saying that to slight him or disrespect him because anybody that knows me, I was a company guy. Every team that I played for. So much so you guys identify me with every team that I played for.
Sure, everyone.
But I would love Dak Prescott to come out and say, pay my dude. I would love him to just say, listen, I'm the quarterback. I'm the leader. I know eventually I'm going to get paid. But pay Zeke, pay Amari. He's a little hesitant, and I get it because you don't want to say too much to ruffle feathers, and you also don't want to say too much that might take a little money out of your pocket. Yeah. But Dak, you're the dude there, which means your voice is going to carry, and it's going to carry loud and clear. So next time a microphone is in front of you, look in the camera, look to whoever you're talking to, and say, Dallas Cowboys, pay Zeke.
Well, when was Zeke saying that for Dak? For 2 years, Dak's been waiting to get paid.
Maybe Dak's a bigger man.
It doesn't matter. It's not the running back's job to bark about paying different guys on the team. The quarterback should always, like I said, the quarterback is the father of the family, and you should always look out for your kids. So he should say, pay Zeke, pay Amari, even if it's just words. Because I know him and Zeke are close, and I know him and Amari close, but when Zeke comes back and he's like, yo, I appreciate you saying that. Just a small phrase of saying, pay my dude, goes a long way. And Dak, you got the leverage to do it now. You're not third-string Dak anymore. You're Dak that's about to get the big bag of money.
Well said.
Get in his mentions, Nate. Maybe you can do something. We're talking about paying this, paying that. Eagles-Cowboys has already been going on. It's going on now. It's been going on the whole offseason. And it's been the Jones family versus the Rosemen. That's what I call them. Let's just get this nice and cut and dry. You guys want to look at this in black and white about who has the advantage? I got the pointer. Who's got the better skill position players? Let's just look at this as we go into this season. Shout it out. Town hall meeting, whatever you want. Give me the Rosemen and the Jones boys. All right, start right up at the top. Nate, who says that Dak should encourage the other guys to get paid. Dak versus Carson. I'm going to give a slight edge to Carson. I think he's a more talented quarterback. He's played better football in the league. Zeke, asterisk, at the Cabo Wabo right now versus Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders. Despite that, I'm going to give the edge to Zeke. Am I wrong, guys? Here we go. Cowboys, Eagles. This one's fascinating. Look at the wide receiver. Amari, Randall Cobb, Michael Gallup, Alshon, Deshaun, and Nelson. This is really, really good. I think Amari's the best player. This is a sweet, sweet group, though. I'm going to call this a push. push for the wide receivers, and then Witten and Zach Ertz is a blowout. As much as I respect Captain America, Zach Ertz is a blowout. Yeah. So this one goes to the Eagles. I'm also going to call the offensive line a push. As talented as the Cowboys are, the Eagles got Pro Bowlers. They got the best center in the league. They got a Hall of Famer. Guys, it's really, really tight in this matchup, but I give a slight advantage to the Eagles. Of course it's going to be the quarterbacks, but I think Wentz has better players around.
Can I put you on the spot real quick?
Of course, I live on the spot, Nate.
Who has the better head coach?
Who has the better? It's the Philadelphia Eagles.
Ooh.
Doug Peterson has coached a couple of years, and he has a Super Bowl championship. Jason Garrett's been waiting forever, and he hasn't sniffed a Super Bowl. I love Garrett. We share the same alma mater, but I go Doug Peterson.
But if Zeke gets back and their defense plays really well, the question was who is it going to come down to? Dak doesn't have to do as much, right? If Zeke's 50% of the offense, where Carson Wentz certainly has to step up and has big shoes to
Yes.
fill, right?
Tomorrow, okay? The defense.
The defense. Yeah. Ricky, I was going to ask you, who do you like better there? Okay, you keep the pointer.
I'm Mace Windu.
Love it. NFL Network is your home for over 9 hours of live training camp coverage. Every day, we have interviews with the most exclusive insider access of all 32 teams. Inside Training Camp Live continues at 10 a.m. Eastern with interviews from J.J. Watt, Deshaun Watson will sit down with our crew, Kirk Cousins, Adam Thielen, Stephon Diggs, Mr. Zimmer, Mr. Dorsey, everybody.